I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil, what she is doing right now.
I don't opine on whether it's evil or not, but my position is it's really none of my business. And
why is it? But I have a question. Why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No, but if this were on the left and somebody were accusing Charlie Kirk of his wife having murdered him, I assume that you would be talking about it.
Is that what Candace is accusing Erica of?
Yes.
Can't we all just get along? Aren't we supposed to be on the same side? Look, I don't blame Ben Shapiro for criticizing Candace Owens. I think Candace Owens has lost her damn mind. Matter of fact, I would not be surprised if she was diagnosed with a severe case of the woke fungus. Several years ago, Candace Owens seemed like a happy woman. She was always smiling. She seemed to be enjoying her life. But over the last 12, maybe 18 months, Candace Owens has been the face of misery, which often happens when you're infected with the woke fungus. It often happens when you develop an unhealthy obsession with Israel, along with a weird obsession with Brigitte Macron and her potential pecker. So, I understand the criticism of Candace Owens. I understand the criticism of Tucker Carlson. But this ongoing war in conservative media, this is very dangerous. What the hell are we doing? We're supposed to be combating deacons at Woke United Methodist. We are supposed to be highlighting the very real threat of Islam in America. And all y'all want to fight about is Israel? Really? Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. There is an old theory that the only way America can be defeated is from within. We can't be defeated militarily because we have the strongest military in the world. Hell, our technology is so advanced, the CIA can be sitting in Virginia and hear a mosquito fart in Sudan. It would be difficult to defeat America economically. We are the wealthiest country in the world. The GDP of our premier dump in the People's Republic of California, it's higher than the GDP of damn near every country in the world. Our dumps are economically stronger than most advanced countries. The only way to defeat America is to infiltrate and topple us from within. I feel the same way about the conservative movement. Deacons at Woke United Methodist, socialists, Marxists, communists, or as they're now called in America, Democrats. They know they can't defeat normal people based on ideology. Normal people love America. Democrats seem to hate America. Normal people embrace law enforcement. They want to defund the police. Normal people put ice in their drinks. They want to put ice in their political crosshairs. Normal men see a beautiful woman and ask for her phone number. Woke men see a beautiful woman and ask for the phone number of her plastic surgeon. Normal people attend musical festivals on weekends while they attend the Butt Bongo Festival. It's not hard to figure out why their ideas suck. But instead of shifting towards the center, instead of going back to being the party of Bill Clinton or JFK, Democrats seem hell-bent on destroying the country. But in order to do that, they have to neutralize those pesky patriots. So, how would you go about doing that? What would your strategy be? Maybe you would start an internal conflict within the conservative movement. You would need faces, you would need prominent voices that had the influence to split the base. You would need someone who could resonate with black people. You would need someone who could resonate with women. You would need someone who could resonate with older white people. More importantly, you would need someone who could speak to the young people who were being brainwashed by that racist, misogynist Charlie Kirk. Step 2. You need to give them a divisive issue that could split the base. Now, in the history of mankind, no issue has been more divisive than God's chosen people, the Jewish people, Israel. Is this starting to come together now? Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes. What a coincidence that they all three rose simultaneously on the exact same issues. Strange. And if we're not careful, if we continue this civil war in the conservative movement, normal people will be divided while the radicals are uniting. And if you've ever read the Bible, you already know that a house divided cannot stand. Link to the second channel is in the description below. Yesterday on the second channel, talked about another gambling scandal in sports. 6 college basketball players have been banned for fixing games last season. The disease of gambling, it is ruining sports, and there seems to be no solution to the problem. I explain why this is a serious, widespread problem. So if you haven't already, click the link in the description below, subscribe to the second channel. For months now, and especially since the death of Charlie Kirk, I have watched conservative media turn against each other. We have Antifa, but Uncle KC, the mainstream media, keeps telling me that Antifa does not exist. Yeah, the media also tells you that Leah Thomas is a woman, but according to the laws of science, the only way a woman could swim as fast as Leah Thomas is if she had 3 legs. We have Antifa basically declaring war on ICE. Hell, Antifa has pretty much declared war on America. We have Islamists spreading throughout the country. We have an ideology spreading throughout the country that is the antithesis of American values. The Democratic Party has been infiltrated and taken over by radicals. And conservative media wants to fight each other over Israel? You have Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, wanting to split normal people over Palestine? Palestine! Really? What the hell are we doing? I am no biblical scholar, but I'm pretty sure God blesses those who bless Israel and curses those who curse Israel. But for the sake of argument, let's put that aside for 1 second. Let's not look at this spiritually. Let's not look at this theologically. Let's just look at it logically. Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East. Israel is the only country in the Middle East that is willing to fight terrorism. Meanwhile, Palestinians elected Hamas as their leaders. And Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, they want to side with the Palestinians? Friday afternoon on his radio show, Mark Levin shared a text exchange between him and Tucker Carlson. Next month, Tucker will be part of a Turning Point USA event. He was inviting Mark Levin to the event to debate him. Listen to Mark Levin's response. Watch for yourself.
Good morning, he writes to me. The leadership at Turning Point has asked me to debate you at their event in Scottsdale in December. I'm happy to do it, and I hope you'll agree as well. There are real and important ideological differences between us. I hope you'll accept. Let me know. Thanks. The guy is desperate. He's taken a hit on his podcast. He's fighting like hell for his career. He's fighting like hell for his reputation. And he thinks I'm going to platform him? I wrote him the following. My family and I want nothing to do with you. What you've become, your vile libels against my faith, millions of Christians, and in my view, what you seek to do to our country. There's nothing to debate. You're a Nazi promoter. You're the modern-day David Duke. I debate people with whom I disagree for a living, who are a lot smarter than you, but for whom I have some respect. I'm also disappointed in TPUSA that continues to platform you.
Part of of me understands why he doesn't want to appear with Tucker Carlson. You really don't know which Tucker you're going to get. Are you going to get the dude who was attempting to humiliate Ted Cruz? Or are you going to get the Tucker Carlson that was giving seductive eyes to Nick Fuentes? In terms of mainstream exposure, Nick Fuentes was a nobody. This dude was buried in some virgin chamber. Tucker Carlson gives him a mainstream platform, and instead of pushing back on his radical ideology, Tucker is asking Nick Fuentes for relationship advice. This dude has never been married. The only relationship he's ever had is with the palm of his hands. Nick Fuentes is giving Tucker advice about women, and he's never lived with a woman. So part of me understands why Mark Levin declined the invitation, but at the same time, this was your chance to further expose Tucker Carlson. Either way, this is the wrong fight. I don't want to see Mark Levin arguing with Tucker Carlson. I don't want to see Ben Shapiro fighting with Candace Owens. Meanwhile, people like Megyn Kelly, Matt Walsh, they're in the middle, scared to say anything about either side, which is somewhat understandable because we're all supposed to be on the same side. I just find it very hard to believe that this is all coincidental. I find it hard to believe that Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens decided to split at the same time. The Democrats have no platform. They have no substance. That's one of the reasons Zohran Mamdani was able to win in New York City. Credit where credit is due. Zorro focused on issues that people actually care about. He focused on affordability. He focused on living wages. Of course, he can't do a damn thing to fulfill those campaign promises. Eventually, and I think this will happen sooner rather than later, eventually Zohran Mamdani will be exposed, and I think New York City will turn against him. But one of the reasons he was elected is because he focused on issues people care about, which is something the Democrats have not done since the Trumper was elected back in 2016. The Democratic Party is on life support, and what are we doing? We are fighting over Israel. We're arguing about Palestine. It just seems too convenient to be coincidental. It makes me wonder what caused this sudden split in conservative media. You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.